Today we're going to take an actual tour of a rural metro fire station behind the doors. So we're going to take you guys into the building and show you guys what the firemen actually get to do every day. My name is Jeff Bagwell. I'm the Public Information Officer for the fire department. A lot of people don't understand that these firemen are here for 24 hours. They live here. 10 days a month they live and breathe and eat and sleep at this building. A lot of folks don't know what's behind the scenes. So we're going to take you on a virtual tour so you can actually see what the firemen get to do and where they live every day. Okay, so come on, let's go in. Now the first room we come to is nothing more than a giant room. It's big, it's open. There's a kitchen in the middle of it, a big island, so the firemen can obviously cook their meals here. They can congregate around the table. They can eat their meals, and then they can do training. A lot of folks don't understand that. The old days, the firemen had the image of playing checkers outside the fire station. Well, today's different. We're in a different world. They even have a dry erase board where they can write stuff, draw scenarios out on the board, actual incidents, maybe fires that they've been on, and they can learn from what they did right as well as what mistakes they may have made. So it's all a matter of training and learning and continuing to be the best that they can be at their job for you, so they can be the best if you have to call them in your worst day. Okay, so that's that room. So let's go into the chief's suite. Okay, come on in. So the chief has his office. Okay, he sits here at the desk. He's out doing his chiefly duties today. Okay, seeing his crews. He has his desk, has his computer. He can come in and he can fill shifts. He has to fill sick time when guys are sick. Maybe they need to take vacation. He has to do all of that from right here. So this is his area. He usually comes back here in the evenings, spends time with the crew, eats with them, and then he does his work. He might be here during the day, but he's not today. And then he has his bedroom. He has his own lazy boy, his own TV on the wall. I don't think you can see that. It's back behind this one. And he has his own bed. So he has his own room right here, all to himself. So when the guys have to go out on a call, unless it involves him, he doesn't have to get up and go. All right, so let's walk back into the big room. We'll go into the office. So we're going to go through the big room into like a little hallway. Okay, we'll turn to the right. This is the office for the crew. So they come in here, and this is where they do shift reports. This is where they do incident reports. When they go on call, they have to sit at the computer and they have to actually do work. Then on top of that, firemen have to do what we call pre-plans. They have to go out twice a year and they have to physically walk through buildings, all commercial buildings. And they have to find out if there's any hazards, how many occupants are there, if it's a facility or a building that's occupied for 24 hours a day. We need to know those things. Who is the building contact? If there's a fire there or a fire alarm at 3 in the morning, who are they going to call to get somebody to let them in as opposed to just breaking the door down? That's not what we want to do. And they have to do hydrants. So they're busy. These firemen are not just standing around or sitting around in the recliners. They're actually out doing work every day. Okay? So this is the office. So now let's turn around behind you and let's go into the big bunk room. Now the firemen all come in here and they sleep or sleep. Okay? Sometimes they roughhouse. They're typical guys. Okay? But they come in here and they sleep. They all have their individual beds. They all have lockers where they can hang their clothes. Most of the time it's neat. I hope your closets are neat at home. But they come in and put all their stuff. They can get dressed. You know, a lot of times firemen will go out on a fire, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they may need to come home, come back to the station, take a shower. They've been hot, sweating. Now they need to take a shower so they can come in and change clothes, do all those things that they would do at home. There's no difference, really. Okay? So let's walk out. Now there's a bathroom right here. Let me turn the light on for you so you can see it. Typical bathroom like you would have at home, right? Everything just like home. No different. Linen closet here where we put linens, just like you have at home. Normal thing. So now we're going to walk through the kitchen. Now this is the living room part. This is what everybody likes, okay? The recliners are nice and comfortable. Let me show you how comfortable they are, okay? They're good and squishy. They feel good. They're suede leather. The feet go up. I bet you probably got one like this at home, right? You can lay back, throw your hands back behind your head, and right over there is a nice 55-inch TV that you can just see perfectly. Okay, so the firemen can actually relax during the day or in the evening when they're not training or they're not out saving lives. No difference, okay? Nice living room. Let's go to another bedroom. Lights are off in here. So on this side, you've got another bedroom, just like the other side, okay, except smaller, all right? Typical bedroom. Got a bed, nightstand, TV. Fellas come in, throwing his clothes down. He's probably changed his clothes because he's going out doing training. We'll see that in a second. Okay? Pretty simple. Now, one of the things that's interesting, where are they? Is you see the lights on the wall? That is a red light. So when the guys get an alarm and it's a fire call or an EMS call for the fire truck, the red light comes on. We'll show you out in the other room, there's a red light and a green light. If they both come on, then it's like a car wreck where the rescue truck has to go as well. All right? So right over here is another bathroom, opposite of the other one. It's the twin. Looks just like it, doesn't it? Same thing. Same colors. We like to keep it standard. Okay? Now behind you is a washer and dryer. Guess what? Every house has one, right? Our house is no different. Dirty laundry on the floor, laundry on the dryer, got to be folded. Normal stuff, just like your everyday house. Now let's go outside on the patio, because the patio is important. Everybody's got a back porch at their house. We have a back porch too. We have a picnic table with an umbrella, gas grill, nice yard, needs to be mowed. We'll have to get the firemen out here to do that. Okay? Looks just like anybody else's backyard, no different. Nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. The guys can actually kind of relax a little bit while they're out here. And the temperature today feels fantastic. It's going to get even better. Okay, so now we'll go back inside. Now, every fire station has to have a bathroom that's accessible to the public. Okay, and this one's locked. Okay, behind the door. That's embarrassing. Okay, one more bunk room. Just like any of the others, this is where the captain sleeps. Because he's the captain, he has his own bunk room. No different. But everybody kind of, when you get to that point in the fire department, you kind of have a little bit of seniority, so you have your own bunk room. It's kind of special. You don't have to share it with all the other firemen. Got it all to yourself. Kind of nice. All right, you ready to go out to the bay? Let's go see the engine room. Now this door is pretty particular. Okay, it seals really well. Because one of the things that we want to do is we want to keep all of the diesel exhaust from the trucks out there, not inside our building. You wouldn't want to stay at home with the car running out in the garage and leave the door open and smell all the exhaust. So we want to do that as well. Shh, they're training. What we'll do out here will be kind of quiet. These guys are training over here on the side. So what we want to do is not make a whole lot of noise, but they're doing training on air packs. These are things that we wear on our backs when we have to go into a burning building. We have to wear them so we have fresh air. A lot of people think that's oxygen on our backs. It's really not oxygen. It's just fresh air. Okay, so these are new, some of them are new guys that are actually getting some training for the first time on breathing apparatus. Very important equipment for us. You can see this engine room, it holds 4 engines. We usually have a ladder truck here. It's not here right now. So we have the red engine that's fixing to go be painted our color. And we'll have another video and we'll talk about colors of fire trucks and why we have green ones as opposed to the traditional red, okay? So let's go into this room right here. This room is what we call our dirty room. A lot of new houses now have a clean or a dirty room that you first come in. Okay, so you come into the room, you take off all your dirty clothes before you go into the rest of your house, right? So this is what it is. No different. Got all our gear hanging up. You notice it's a little warmer in this room. It's hard to tell on the video, but it is, because there's a heater in here running, and the heater warms it up to dry out the gear. So when the guys have a fire in the middle of the night, they can come in here and they can hang their gear up with all the heat, dries it out. They actually have a washer here special for the turnout gear. So they can wash the gear, hang it up so it's clean. Very important for us to have clean gear because the dirt gets in those fabrics and it just grinds it out, you know, and then you have like your blue jeans at home that have holes in them. It's probably because you ground them down to where the fabrics don't come together anymore. You know, they're not like this, they're like this. Okay? All right, let's go on. This is our workroom. So in the workroom, you've got all the supplies that we have to have. Tire chains is for the winter, air compressor, air pressure, washing machine, or pressure washer, excuse me. Then over here on this side, you have the workbench, just like your dad has at home in a garage, right? Got lots of drawers filled with tools, because we got to work on stuff. Things on the fire trucks break. We have to fix them, okay? No different, okay? We have to stencil everything, make sure it has our names on it, so we know whose it is. Just like your moms and dads put your name in your clothes, so you know that your jacket is yours. You don't come home with your friends. Okay, and then we have a compressor, okay? This is what we fill air bottles with. Remember I talked about the compressed air, the fresh air that the guys carry on their backs when they go into a burning building. They have to put air back in those bottles, okay? Very loud, we're not gonna turn that on. You gotta have earmuffs when you use that, okay? Y'all ready to go see where we work out, where we exercise? Let's go pump some iron. All right, gotta go upstairs. So this is our workout room. Firemen have to stay in shape. We have to continually work on keeping our muscles in tone, making sure that we're in shape to be able to do our job. Being a fireman is one of the most strenuous jobs out there. It can be physically demanding. So we need to work out constantly. These guys will work out at least once a day when they're on shift. At least. Okay, so you can tell they've got all kinds of machines up here, dumbbells, weights. I'm not going to try and lift any of these. I don't want to show anybody up. Okay, bouncing balls where they can work on stabilization, balance, very important in our business. All those kind of things. And there's no air conditioning up here, but we can open up the windows, turn on the exhaust fan. We have fresh air coming through. A lot of workout rooms. A lot of people will say in gyms you don't want to have air conditioning. You don't really want to have heat either, because you want to have your natural body heat that you'll actually be producing. All right? So let's go back downstairs, and then we'll walk outside. This is one of our new guys. Just want to introduce you to him. This is Clyde. No, I'm just kidding. It's really not. This is our rescue Randy, or a dummy that we drag around. So we take this guy and we put him in a position or in a part of the building. We could do it here. Hide him over in the corner, and then we make the firemen go in blindfolded to get him out. Okay? So they have to physically do some work, and that guy ain't light. He's probably about 200 pounds. Pretty heavy. I'm glad I don't have to drag him out anymore. Okay? All right, workout machines over here. We've got a stair step machine as well as a walker. okay, so we can run on it, keep our cardio going, because it's very important to stress that out. A lot of firefighters, the number one thing that kills firefighters is heart attacks. Okay, so we want to keep our cardiovascular system and our hearts as in good a shape as we can. All right, so let's go back outside. So we've actually made a complete tour now. We started in the front door and we came out of the bays. So today you have actually got to see behind the scenes, behind the curtain, if you will, how firemen live, how they operate here at Rural Metro Fire in Knox County. I hope it's been educational. I hope you've learned something. If you have, call somebody and tell them. And if you need to stop by the fire station sometime, please do. We want you to. Come by and visit, check out our trucks. We'll have some more videos that'll talk about our trucks and equipment, things like that.